Welcome back to day 2 at Tractor Pulling Arena in Brande. As you can see, we start with a presentation of all the drivers on a lovely sunny day in Brande.
Good chance for the spectators to see who's behind the helmet when they're sitting on the steering wheel on a tractor. Just have a look how they look in real life.
I think every fan has an idol, so now we can see his idol run today.
And today we will have the Mini Modified as the first class with 11 tractors on the starting list in the Eurocup series. And one of the teams is from Holland, the Lambada team. Here's Wim.
Yeah, we have a big competition. So last Eurocup for this year, the start was not so great with the yellow one, but the green one, the Genkom Lambada 8, take the second place, and the rest of the season also. So there's still a small chance, but that's a little bit of a miracle. But it's possible. 2 years ago he started also, so you never know. But we will see.
Yes, and it's like Wim says, you never know. The first tractor on the track today is Wild Tie.
Yeah, the only Danish tractor on the starting list and in the Eurocup competition, first time this season. Bjørn O. Lauritsen is behind the steering wheel as always.
And let's see what Jørn can do today. Or let's hope that the track is good for the minis. Oh, a bit of a wild tie with a wild run.
It is one of, no, not one, it is the class where the tractors has the most horsepower for every kilo on the tractor.
And the next tractor is Exception from Holland. I think Holland is represented very good today.
Yeah, and Holland has some very, very strong tractors, especially in this class.
And a very, very strong full pull, Kenneth.
Yeah, very, very fast full pull. Looks like the track is very much okay for the Mini Modifieds. Normally they are very much depending on 100% okay track conditions.
And the next tractor is Butter, let's try, from Holland. So, and a very, very strong full pull.
Way past the 100 meters. And here on the super slow motion, you can see how the tires are folding.
And the next tractor is René's Mission Impossible.
Yeah, a very special tractor, the only one with not with a V8 engine. It's with a Allison V12 engine.
So let's see if the V12 can beat the V8 today. So, and a good start he has. A bit shaky, but it's over the 100 meters.
Very fast full pull.
Oh, a bit of drifting going on there as well. So
look at the tires.
Yes.
Again.
It's great to look at it in the slow motion. You can just see how the tires.
You really see details you will not reckon if you see it in normal.
In real life. Yeah. No. So a shaky start, but a good one. Full pull to René's Mission Impossible. And the next tractor is Burning Baby from Sweden. So let's see if Pierre Nelson can get shaky start.
He's got some problems getting a grip from the start.
And a lot of smoke.
Ooh, that's close. That's close.
And some fire. So let's get some water and put the fire out.
And a little damage to the tractor, I think. And something needs a little cleaning and adjustment, it looks like. Let's see what Pierre says.
Pierre,
It looks like you take that burning baby pretty serious.
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
What happened out there?
Yeah, we had an oil leakage between the manifold and the block. So we just pumped out a lot of oil, and yeah, you know, it's the final, so we got to go for it.
Yeah.
So we just.
Will you be ready to come out again?
Yeah, we will try. We will try. We will see how the engine is, if there is any other damage.
Really?
And we try to fix it and put new oil in it. You know, we're in the pull-off, so we have to do something.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
And the next tractor is a Swedish iron tie from Sweden. Oh, it's not Emil that's driving, it's Olof that's driving today.
Very special V8, or not like the others. Most of the others V8s have supercharger. This one is with a turbocharger, or actually two of them. A lot of horsepower. Way too many horsepower. Having problems getting it in the ground.
And look at the slow motion.
Very, very wild run from the Swedish iron toy here.
It's a Swedish wild ride.
And then we have the Hella Lambada from Holland.
So let's see who's driving today, because they usually it's either Gert or Wim. Oh,
They have two tractors, the Hella Lambada and the Gencom Lambada, and having a little internal fight between the two brothers, Gert and Wim.
and I can see it's Gert that's driving, because I saw Wim on the sideline.
Yeah.
But he got his full pull, so I think he'll be happy.
And looks like, for sure looks like there's horsepower enough.
Yes. And, I think there's enough of grip as well, because the front came a lot of it.
Yeah, it comes up from the start and have a good speed also from the start. Really, really a nice full pull there. And we are back to Sweden.
And the next tractor is Cougar from Sweden, with Robert Anderson in the driver's seat. So let's see what Robert can do with the Cougar. And I think that's very close to a full pull. Yes, it is a full pull.
For many years the Cougar team were running in the heavy modified and the modified class, but a couple of years ago they stepped over. I wouldn't call it a step down, but they are competing now in the mini modified class for a couple of years now and doing very well. And still drunk.
Still drunk, yes.
I think it's from Holland.
I think it's from Norway.
It was.
I think it's blower power.
It's the blower power. That's why it was still drunk on the rear.
I think Kenneth is still drunk.
Makes sense now.
No. And then the white line. Oh, that doesn't work. I think he's still drunk. So
Many years ago, a legend in the mini modified class also, but stopped pulling quite some years ago. But started again now and has a very, very strong engine on the frame, on the blower power here, but seems too strong.
yes, I was
keep it
gonna say
inside.
yes.
To keep
I
it
think it was
inside.
too strong.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think it's a long drive back to Norway now. And the next tractor is the Riddle from Holland. I think there's a lot of rival between Lambada and the Riddle.
This tractor have a Brande Anderson engine, about 2,500 horsepower, and a very good and fast tractor for us.
You're doing quite well in the Eurocup.
Yes, we are first in Eurocup now, and we hope we come to win today, and we are the champion that we come from.
And they have 90 points until now in the Eurocup series, 15 points more than number 2, which is Gencom Lambada. So I think
And a very, very strong full pull.
it will be a tough job for the Lambada team to get enough points for the Eurocup title.
it's good you have your ear protections on you. And this is from a different angle. You can just see it's never easy to drive a mini modified.
I heard someone say that if you are able to run a mini modified, then you are able to run whatever classes, because you need the best reactions on a mini modified, the quickest reactions, controlling a beast like this.
And now we have the Gencom Lambada with Wim behind the driver's seat. And a very, very strong full pull. Oh. And you can see the slow motion camera. Perfect balance, I think.
And a tough landing.
Yes.
After the 100 meter mark. There we go again.
Yeah. From a different angle. And you can just see how straight it is. It's a very straight pull. And a very strong pull.
It looks like it doesn't nearly touch the brake pedals.
No.
There's a pedal for each rear wheel, so you're able to control the tractor when your front wheels is up in the air. You can still have a little control over the direction. And 8 tractors ready for the pull-off in the mini modified class. No Danish tractors. Wild Toy didn't qualify for the finals.
And the first tractor in the pull-off is an exception. So it's up to him now to set the standard for the next. Well, very, very good pull. I think the track is it's very good for the minis.
As it is now, it really looks nice, yes. But that's often the problem for the minis, is having controlling all the horsepower and getting them in the ground.
And the next tractor is Let's Try from Holland. I don't think he moved the flag. 78.45 for Mark.
Now quite a distance shorter than exception.
So let's see if Rennie's Mission Impossible can move the flag with a V12. Good start.
Very good start. Very good balance in the tractor.
And I think he moved the flag.
He did. He really did. Almost a 1 meter longer distance than exception, and until now in the lead of the mini modified class.
So let's see if Helle Lambada can move the flag. It should be strong enough to do it. Oh, it's a long way up in the air. Oh, what happened? That's too high up. Way too high up.
I think what happened is he simply is overpowered. Too much horsepower. It's like, if you remember in the light modified class with the black power, suddenly the wheels are spinning off the track, losing the grip, and that's all it takes to a disaster. And Gert really didn't look happy at all.
So now we have the Cougar from Sweden. Let's see if he can move the flag. Oh, there's something wrong. No, I think something is wrong.
Listening at the engines, also at the Helle Lambada before, it sounds a little like the track is drying out, maybe, that they have a little problems with too many horsepower to get the grip, get the horsepower in the ground, and getting some speed. So maybe today the winning tractor will not be the one with the most horsepower.
No, but the Riddle is one of the tractors with the most horsepower.
I think it is the one with the most horsepower.
So let's see if he can use all his horsepower.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Almost spinning off from the beginning.
And it's like you said, Kenneth, horsepower is not everything today. I think the track is against the Minis in the pull-off.
Yeah, they're really struggling with getting enough grip. And the more horsepower, the worse it looks. That's a pity. But he still has points enough in Eurocup series. Looks confident in his title, I think.
And the next tractor is the Gencombe Lambada. So this should have maybe with horsepower today is not, you can't say one thing and because it does the other. So
he will probably have a challenge also.
Yeah, I think so.
Almost the same, exactly the same is happening.
And he's not happy.
Really a pity.
59.36. In the slow motion camera, it just jumps. No grip. It's very hard to get grip when the tractor jumps.
So for the Riddle team, it's a if you call it a good thing that they're also not having a very good.
Yeah, you can hear it spinning out.
Yeah. And he's very frustrated, it looks like.
So let's see what Wim will say to all this.
The slash was the first one way too light. And in the final you can't set the tractor so for the final setting. It's not easy. And you see the final is for the top tractors is bad. I don't know, I think they put too much water in the track.
Yeah, he actually, in Wim's opinion, it's not drying out the track. He says it's too wet, put too much water in it. But also mentioning it's very hard setting your tractor up after first pull with a very light sled setting. But here we are, number one on the podium, Rennie's Mission Impossible.
With a V12.
Yeah, and the Eurocup winner season 2016 in the Mini Modified is the Riddle. And Gencombe Lambada number 2.
He did a great job this year. He win the first was 2 or 3 Eurocups on a row, and then you are real far for the trophy. And you see today was not. It was a little bit important, but in the final we both had problems. But he did better than us this year, so maybe next year we have to do something.
Feels good to beat the old guys.
Wat zegt hij?
Hij het mooi vindt dat hij ons verslagen heeft.
Yes, it was great.
And now the last class of the day, Kenneth. Pro Stock.
Yeah, and one of the biggest numbers of tractors on the starting list this weekend also. Pro Stock, we are back to what looks like real tractors again with the hood, different kind of brands. That's the nice thing about this class. Rules, the limits in the Pro Stock is 510 cubic inch as maximum 1 turbocharger. There's no limits on revolution on the engines, and still has to be so that you can reckon the tractor brand, the tractor type, and that's the nice thing about the class. All the farm-related people is having their favorite kind of tractor, either a green one, a John Deere, a Case International Harvest, a New Holland, or a Valtra as it is here. And as said, a really big starting list in the Pro Stock class all the season in the Eurocup from many countries. I think we have like 8 countries.
I hope for top 3 or top 5, hopefully in that. That would be good.
But it's a tough field today.
Yeah, it's very tough. A lot of good tractors, so I think 10 tractors is possible to win. So you cannot say which is the best one before we have drive.
But who's your worst enemy today out there?
Rocky, I think, and Extreme Temptation is driving very good, but also a lot of other guys is doing well, so it's not easy to say.
And the first tractor is Extreme Temptation. So it's a case that starts today.
And a very nice and clean looking one, for sure.
Oh, we're standing good in the competition now. We're still in second place behind the John Deere guys. Yeah, we hope to beat him today, but I hope we can get top 5. That's what we hope for, and we still keep the top 3 for the total Eurocup. Then we're really happy.
The Pro Stock class is having their last run in Hungary in 14 days.
And the next tractor is Matt Kroc from Finland. Så nu er vi i Valtra.
Yeah, it's a Herlevi family from Finland.
Oh, and full pull. Very strong full pull. The track is suits maybe the Pro Stocks today.
Yes, but it looks like the sled setting also is a little light maybe. Let's see the next tractors, but I think this will we will have a lot of tractors in the pull-off, but also makes a good show for sure. It's the Diesel Rush from Belgium. It's a Fendt.
So now we have Valtra and Fendt. So let's see if Fendt.
Looked like the first 5 meters was a little tough getting grip, but for sure it's okay now. Satisfied driver.
And the next tractor is Rough Justice from England. And Ted Nicholson. And actually, Kenneth, I saw a clip. Ted's new girlfriend might be driving next year. So let's see if 2017 season will be different for Ted. So let's see what Ted can do today. Oh, a good full pull. Good strong full pull. So I think Englishman will be happy with that. And it's a case.
Yeah, it's original in an International Harvester, maybe probably a 966, but it's allowed to update the hood for another type, still, but still has to be the same brand.
And now we have Mud Patrol. I see, and now it's green. John Deere.
Color is green, yeah.
Yes. Let's see if full pull is on the agenda for a green tractor. Oh, I think it's strong.
It is. We will have a lot of tractors in the pull-off, I can assure you.
I think so. I think the sled is a bit light today.
What we did not see here was that there was several test pulls before they found the right sled setting, or before they approved the sled setting.
And the next tractor is the Danish tractor, Brande Brothers.
And the red line, actually.
Yes. And let's see what. And a full pull.
Don't get confused by the color. It is a Ford 8340 model, but with a bumpy ride for sure.
In the slow motion, you can see the back wheel. It lifts a little bit.
He is almost ready for takeoff.
Yeah. Oh, Tobias is driving.
And the pullers is behind the starting line, watching how the others are doing.
And let's see with the Extreme Temptation. Can take the full pull today.
So I think we need to be a little slow on the starting line.
Yes. Still full pull.
No, we have adjusted the weights and from the front to the back because the grip in the track is pretty bad. And yeah, first you have to see a run to take your opinion what you're gonna do. So we've done some weight movement to the back, and the tire's a little bit harder. That's against nature, but it works better.
What's your hope for the pull-up? It's looking good, or?
Yeah, but I think it's now we call it a racy setting of the sledge. So you don't do nothing for the final. But of course we're in it. So yeah, then tractors can win. So I don't know.
And the next tractor is a one-trick pony from England.
I think it's the Eurocup winner from last season, 2015. One trick pony here. He's defending his title. But as William de Vos just explained, it is a little, the track is getting harder, more difficult to get enough grip for the tractors. Ready for a barbecue here.
Yes.
And then from Norway, it's Mysak, old Ford Super 6, as it says on the front end. Also having a bumpy ride. And spilling liquids on the track. And not near the full pull mark at all.
It was very, very bumpy ride. But with the protection you have today in the seat, bumpy ride like that is not much. That's Harley VT. And the next tractor is Blue Hazard from Holland. So let's see if, well, I think we have so many full pulls today, and I think there's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, we didn't see the last full pull, I'm pretty sure. Also, Blue Hazard struggling with a grip from the starting line.
Ooh.
That was not good. I think something really bad happened under the hood.
I think that sounded expensive.
Sounded like a lot of hours in the workshop. And the engine that really needs maintenance. Or should we call it a need for a new one?
Yes. And now we have a Madcrock from Finland. Madcrock is one of 3 tractors in the Pro Stock series. And that could be Matty that's driving.
It's Green Apple, the tractor Green Apple. The Madcrock is the sponsor on all the 3 tractors in the Halevy families.
This is what it looks like when you're sitting in the driver's seat. Well, it was Pekka that was driving today.
It was the old man, Pekka Halevy, yeah. Then again from Holland, Carve Runaway Deer. Trying to get it a little easy on the starting line. until there's a little more grip.
And a full pull.
Here you can see, I've noticed some of the tractors is having what we call skis under the front axle. So if they are having a rough landing, instead of the front wheels breaking off, then the skis will help them and take some of the bouncing or some of the force of the front wheels of the frame.
An easy landing.
An easy landing, yeah.
And now we have Blue Power from Denmark.
For many years competing in the Superstock class, but since a couple of years and being almost the only one on diesel in the Superstock class, they switched to the Pro Stock.
Oh, Nils. And the white line.
Easing off the throttle as he is getting direction to the right, but too late, unfortunately, and disqualified.
We hope to make at least 3 good runs. We hope that all 3 tractors stay in one piece and we can make nice and speedful pulls. And also I hope that the track works.
And the next tractor is Peach Tea from Finland. It's Johanna that's driving today. Let's see if... I think she... oh, yes, I think she's just lucky.
She made a full pull, but something not so nice happened to the engine.
Yeah, I'm done for today, unfortunately. The turbo broke, wheel exploded at the end. So I got a full pull, but I'm not coming back in the pull-off.
You pushed it a bit too hard, or what?
Never too hard. It's all or nothing. That's why we're here.
Now you've got all the 3 finished tractors through? 3 full pulls?
Yeah, 3 full pulls.
So you're doing quite good.
Yeah, 2 of them will be in the pull-off. But on the other hand, the sledge is light today, so nearly everybody is in the pull-off. So it will be a tough.
The next tractor is Next Sensation from Holland. So I think with everybody nearly in the full pull, so I think he has a good chance.
And he should have always one of the tractors in the top of the Pro Stock class. Very fast over the 100 meter mark.
And the next is John Deere 2 from Denmark. I think Mikael is driving today.
The tractor with the most points in the Eurocup series, I think. But they still have 1 round more to go in 2 weeks in Hungary.
And a very, very strong full pull.
I think the fastest we saw until now.
Yes.
Also had a good start.
Yes, I think Mikael is smiling, so a good day for John Deere team.
I think we'll get it pretty good and get a good grip, and that's what it's all about. So I think it was okay what we did in there. So
I mean, 12 or perhaps 13, 14 tractors in the pull-off. It's quite a competition today.
yeah, it's a lot in the pull-off, so everything can happen. But yeah, we'll do our best.
As you said, everything is about grip, especially today. Tricky track conditions, especially finding the correct grip from the start. It's Green Dragon from Sweden, the former tractor from the John Deere team. And now back to Holland, the tractor that...
Rocky.
Yeah, I think, was it John Deere team said that's one of them they have to watch out for.
Yeah,
always strong running.
Oh yes, and an equal strong full pull.
Yeah, as fast as the John Deere team for sure.
Yes.
Last year he wasn't competing in the Eurocup series, but this year again. But it is for sure a light sled setting in the qualifying runs here, and will make it difficult for the tractors, for the teams to find the right sled settings. for the pull-off, which we are going to have now. The pull-off in the Pro Stock class, about 13 tractors, I think. Pull-off time in the Pro Stock class with 13 tractors in the pull-off, and like at least half of them is good enough to being on the podium. So very exciting what the turnout will be in this pull-off. We have Neighbor's Nightmare as the first tractor.
So let's hope they get the grip they want, because the sled is heavier.
Now it's for sure is heavier, and should be. We are still, as in the other classes, have a floating finish line, 110 meters in the pull-off. First one, Neighbor's Nightmare, is on 92.30. Still looks like starting line is tricky. It's all about getting the grip, the weight placed on the right places on the tractor.
So let's see if Harlevy team can move.
Checkered flag. It's Pekka Harlevy, Mad Krog Energy tractor.
I think he's moved it. 93.13. I think he's moved it.
But looks like it will be very close in, I think top 6 or 8 will be in between very few meters in the pull-off here. Let's see. Next one. Diesel Ross from Belgium, the only Fendt in the Pro Stock class.
So let's see if Fendt can win today. Good start. Oh, I think he's very close to the flag. I think it is funny, everybody who's close to the flag just looks and I think they move the flag with their mind, because you just have to get past that flag.
Yeah,
so
that's the goal. That's the goal. Checkered flag.
And now Rough Justice from England. So let's see if it goes to England.
Chad Nicholson behind the steering wheel. Sounded like a turbocharger also.
I think he stopped with a bang.
Yes, exploded.
I don't think he'll be very happy going back to England today. So let's see what Ted has to say.
What exactly happened in there?
I have no idea. It may be a turbo, it could be anything, but it looked expensive from up here.
All right, thanks.
Ooh, like Ted said, I think it's going to be expensive. So let's hope not.
And we have Mod Patrol.
I think it's very important today to get the start. If you get your start right, I think it's anybody can win today.
I think that will determine the podium places. If you get your tractor right from the first centimeter, that will be the difference in the placement.
So let's see if Brande Brothers
with the red line.
Oh, that's close. Oh, that's very close.
Really not a bad pull.
Yes.
I think they should be happy with that. 89, almost 90 meters. There we have the skis again between the front wheels.
And you could see the back tires, how much pressure is on the back tires.
Then we have the extreme temptation. William de Vos.
Let's see if he can get his start right.
Seven points behind the John Deere team in the Eurocup.
And he moved to turn the flag.
Are we? Yes, we are. 96. Longest distance so far.
Pretty well. The start was a little bit too quick, I think, with too much RPMs, but then you can't go back anymore, so we put the throttle down, and the speed is up very good, but at the ending it's really braking hard, the sledge. So, but it's 3 meters farther than the number one still now, but there are coming a lot of good tractors at home, so we have to wait and see. It could better, but it's good.
I mean, it looks quite good right now.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's hanging a little bit, the tractor, not so far from the ground, speeded up. So, yeah, I'm satisfied. I'm okay.
So now you're running over there, watching the rest of...
Yeah, now we're going to watch.
All right, thank you.
So he actually said it could have been better.
So let's see.
But he should be satisfied, and I think he is. For sure he is. He's got the longest distance so far, almost 97 meters.
So let's see if One Trick Pony can take the smile off his face. I think in tractor pulling you have a smile for 5 minutes and then it turns around. So it's anybody's game. And
sure it is.
Not enough.
Now he really missed speed compared to extreme temptation, especially the first 30 or 40 meters.
Oh, something fell off.
Lost a little something from the hood on the tractor. It was from the water tank to the intercooler, and again ready for a barbecue. Then we have Pekka Halevi on the green apple.
Oh, that's close.
Very nice pull. Yeah, good speed almost from the beginning, and a good balance, good grip on the tractor. Still a little bumpy here.
I think everybody looks at the high-speed camera when they go home.
Probably. Then we have next sensation. Oh, that will not turn out good, I think.
That's too short.
Never really got the speed in the tractor.
And now John Deere 2 from Denmark. So let's see what Mikael can do.
Most points in the Eurocup series until now. But would be nice to have some extra points before the last round in 2 weeks. But
Not
it's
enough.
not short, 2 or 3 meters short than the longest distance so far, which belongs to Extreme Temptation. I think until now it's the second place, but we are still missing some tractors. For example, the Rocky team. he knew.
He knew it just was not enough.
Yeah.
But he can smile.
And talking about Rocky, there it is.
Yeah, this is enemy number one, I think.
Distance of John Deere was 93.91. If you don't remember, let's see. Oh, is he past the checkered flag?
95.22.
Not longest distance, but almost 2 meters longer than 1.5 meter longer than the John Deere team. So until now, a second place for Rocky team. Here we are, Extreme Temptation number 1, Rocky number 2, and John Deere team number 3. Let's see them on the podium. And here they are.
We have the pull in the middle of the class, and we didn't thought we get so far, but then we beat Pekka with 3 meters or something else. Everything is possible today. But the last 2 runs in the qualification pool were very good from the John Deere team and the Rocky. So I think, we have to wait for that. And they run very bad. So that's all the competition.
So a little bit of luck as well?
Also a little bit of luck, always. What's happening on the track, it's always a bit of luck. Of course you have a good engine, that's for sure. But everything has to be fit, tight and right at the moment when you run. And it was today, our luck, that's it.
Congratulations to all the winners at the Eurocup on Tractor Pulling Arena in Brande.
And that's all we have for now. For more info about tractor pulling in Europe, have a look at ETPC website at tractorpulling.com. Bye for now.